So the tools we use primarily on this project are, we use XSI for modeling and animation. We use Photoshop for all our texturing and rendering. We use ZBrush for all our high poly sculpting, and we use 3D Coat for retopologizing those high poly sculpts and for painting in 3D. We also have a tech art team who does internal tools for both XSI and Photoshop, which really helps speed up our process. From start to finish for creating an actual prop, I'll give you an example of the Darkspur Cartel, which is one of our NPC factions in Algorok. They had a ship that Content Wanted requested, and they sent that over to Matt McCarskey, the art director, who would then go to the concept team and ask for, you know, what would this look like, what would the faction represent, and then they'll bring that to us. We'll execute on the modeling and texturing side. From there, we would hand that off to the animation team. The animation team will add all the relevant animations, like say it needs a hover, a takeoff, maybe a destroy or something like that. They'll then take that and they'll hand that off to the effects department. The effects department will then support that request. Like say it's being blown up, it's going to need explosions, it's going to need cool effects for that. From there, the sound department can then get their hands on it, and they'll go ahead and add the relevant sounds according to that. So maybe it needs an alarm or a captain panicking or something going wrong. And then the final step to it, it goes full circle. It goes back to the content team to implement for the final version in the game.
Inspiration, I mean, a lot of the times we have the freedom to be able to like watch movies, look up online, anything that kind of like strikes us. A lot of Pixar stuff, obviously, Walt Disney, anything like that. Me in particular, I love movies like Blade Runner, Star Wars, obviously. I would watch Star Wars religiously whenever I was a kid, and I would just draw and try to like figure out how things worked with the different environments and kind of try to emulate that. The Incredibles is really, really big too. That's probably my favorite Pixar movie, and try to kind of hit that same style and kind of that same flavor. Seeking opinions from my colleagues is huge. It really allows an artist to kind of get a fresh set of eyes on what you're working on, because we typically will work on something for so long that you kind of get blind to what the imperfections are in your asset or what you're working on. So grabbing one of the guys leaning back, asking them, they all have great opinions and great feedback to make your stuff better.